All right. So you have your classes scheduled. They are on the books. Okay. You've committed to that. And you have your list of 100 started, which however far you got is awesome. Okay. And I bet you if I asked, you're going to say it was easier than you thought it was going to be because that number 100 is so overwhelming. But using the memory jogger, who do I know? Who's in my past? Who sold me this? Who did I go to college with? Blah, 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 whatever. Who did I have a job with when I was 18 years old? That memory jogger is awesome. So you've got this list and now you're wondering, what do I say to these people on the list? And how do I get that conversation started? So this step 2, is all about how you talk to them and invite them and actual scripts. And before you think, oh my gosh, I hate scripts, I sound like a robot. No, I'm going to tell you right now, scripts work. There are scripts everywhere in the world and you can use them loosely, but the closer and the tighter you are able to replicate these scripts, being authentically you, being personable and authentically you, then if you can incorporate the words in these scripts, they are going to work and you're going to get people to your classes. And if you're having trouble, I'm going to give you a couple scripts and I'll post some as well. But if you're having trouble with the concept of scripts, they work. But if you don't like these that I'm going to give you, think back to a time where you said something to someone and they said yes. Think back to all of those times and you are using a script, okay? Not a surprise. All right, so now our job, you've got the list and we have your classes, and now it's our job to get these people connected to one of these classes that you have on the books. So what you can grab is your launch guide. I asked you to have that handy and you can look at it online if you don't have one in paper. But on page 9, there's a spot that says you're inviting them to change lives. And there are actual scripts here, verbatim, that you can use to get people to your classes. And one of them, I'm learning about essential oils. They're making a huge difference for me. They give me more sleep, more energy, whatever your story is, okay? And then I'm going to have a oil get together, or you can say a class. If your idea of class is people sitting lined up in desks and looking at a teacher and that freaks you out, don't say class. Just say, hey, I'm having a little oils get together at my house. I'm learning about this and I think it would be awesome if you could come. All right. We're teaching a short health workshop and it's at my house on Thursday at 7. And then you put that out there. It's, by the way, it is a personal invitation. If you have used Facebook events as your mode of getting people to classes, that's never effective, okay, ever. You could use an event when you've already personally called them and asked them to come, and maybe you're looking for RSVPs in an event, but I'll tell you right now, if you opened my phone and looked at the Facebook events that I've been invited to just today alone, I probably have 24 or 25 of them. And no one personally called me and said, hey, Christelle, I'd really love for you to hear about my blah, blah, blah. So think about you as well. Do you respond well to people who just willy-nilly add you to stuff? Probably not, okay? So I'm just going to say that it is a personal invite, and you want to make sure that all the people that you're inviting, you are sharing with them your excitement, sharing your story. If you don't like the script that I just showed you on page 9, there are other scripts in the share guide. If you turn over to the 3rd page, same thing. We've been using dōTERRA for a little bit. We are loving how they're making a difference in our lives, and then tell them what that difference is. I'm just curious. Okay, if you start a sentence with, I'm just curious, there is no way that you are ever going to offend a single solitary soul. I'm just curious, because if they're not into it, they're going to go, okay, no, I'm not. Okay, cool, just curious. There was no pressure. Your feelings shouldn't be hurt. You don't take this personally. I'm just curious, are you open to using something natural for that? If they're telling you about their pounding headache, I'm just curious, are you open to using something natural? Because I have something that I think could help you. So then you connect them to one of the presentations you have on the books. And since you've scheduled 3 or 4, I would not give them a choice of all 4. I would Rather, take the one that maybe this is all your coworkers after work, 7 o'clock on Thursday. Invite them all to that. Maybe you've got some mommy group that Saturday morning at 10 o'clock works and they bring their kids and they just run about while you do the class. So your upline or you, if you already know how, is going to teach the class. And you can have support there if you haven't taught your own class. One of us would be happy to do that for you. But just make sure that you are personally inviting people to get there. You're using these scripts or something like it that is asking them for a call of action with the I'm just curious, are you open? And so here's my biggest tip. When you get on the line with these people and they say, oh, you know what? Little Johnny's got soccer practice on Saturday. I can't make it. That's a horrible day for me. Well, you have that other class on Thursday. Could they make it then? And if they say no, that's okay. That's when you don't go, oh, tail between my legs, I'm gone. They're never going to enroll. No, that's when you say, you know what? I don't want you to miss out on all the wonderful natural goodness that we're going to learn. I would love to pop a free sample in the mail for you, or a little care package so that you don't miss out on what we're going to learn. What are the top 2 things you're dealing with? What are some things that you want help with health-wise that you're trying to get ahead of? Just get that from them. And remember the list? Right next to their name on the list, oh, they've got some breathing issues and they haven't slept. They can't sleep. So you might pop a sample to them so that you can continue the conversation. This is all about, I don't want you guys to get stressed out about, oh, I need to contact all these people. If this is a part of your life and you make this a lifestyle for you, and this is something that people will always be seeking, they will never stop seeking a natural solution, or when they're at the end of the rope with all their other traditional medicine, they're going to come find you. They will. I promise you that. So don't ever think that, oh my gosh, I have to contact these people today. I got to call more people tomorrow. When it becomes a part of your life, it will just be a natural share. These scripts will be embedded in your head and they won't be hard. So get these scripts out of your mouth, practice them in the mirror if you have to, and utilize them. And remember earlier when I said, do you want to do it your way or the effective way? These scripts have been designed by people that are presidential diamonds in dōTERRA. And some of the scripts that I use to this day are very similar to these. And they were designed by Elise Chedevy, our triple presidential diamond. So please understand that scripts work. And you do have to be authentic and show up for that, because they're going to smell a sale coming a mile away. But as long as you are putting them first, you want to help them, you want to get them some kind of a solution, then you're using these scripts to invite them. Okay? So look at your list. Think about who you're going to reach out to today. You do not have to contact all 100 people today. Just start. And you've got those classes on the books, and start pointing people to those classes. If they say they can't come, that's okay, because you've got a couple other options to send them to, or you can shoot them a sample in the mail. And if you don't have the little sample bottles, I'll link where you can get those, or you can talk to your upline about where they get theirs or how they can help show you what to do. But I'm going to talk about that specifically in the next few steps. All right. So today, take that list of 100 and utilize these scripts. These are not text messages, you guys. These are personal phone calls. Text messages are never going to get you results. You can text them after you've called them and said, hey, I'm really excited about this. It would mean a lot to me if you came. I've got this class. I'm learning this stuff. I really want you to be here. Once you do that, you can text and say, oh, here's the class invitation, here's the time, the address, that's fine. But the initial contact is you contacting the person in the hall at the water cooler at work, or calling your mother-in-law and saying, hey, I think this could really help you. I want you to come. Will you support me? Will you be there? All right. So you want their commitment. You want to get them on the phone, and it's going to be a lot easier than you think. I'm going to post a video coming up here where it's going to take the pressure off, and you guys will feel so much better about what you're doing. So I'm really excited for the next step. I told you it was going to get deep. Hang in there, okay? It's going to get awesome.